From the presentation of the latest technological wonder Apple Vision Pro to the heart-wrenching rumors of the Third World War and innovative steps towards Mars colonization, this will be a journey through the predictions of the characters of the animated saga, The Simpsons, for the year 2024. They will definitely make you marvel at reality. While I decode for you the chilling accuracy of these forecasts, consider this. Is it a mere coincidence, or The Simpsons truly hold the key to our future? Don't miss this thrilling video that will surely astonish, horrify, and enchant you. The Simpsons currently hold the record as the longest-running animated show in the United States. Over 34 years, 760 episodes have been released. But that's not the only reason the show is famous. Throughout its history, The Simpsons have proven themselves as accurate predictors of the future. Here are some examples. In the year 2000, in the episode Bart to the Future, Lisa Simpson as the future president of the United States wears a purple coat and a pearl necklace. In reality, when Kamala Harris was sworn in as the first female vice president of the United States, she wore a purple dress, coat, and pearl necklace. Here's another prediction. In 2007, Lisa Simpson delivers an emotional speech about climate change to her classmates. She passionately warns that in 50 years, the oceans will rise and there will be nothing left but hot desert lands unable to produce quality food. Then, in September 2019, 16-year-old Swedish student Greta Thunberg addressed the UN, calling on world leaders to take action against climate change. Her passion, knowledge, and composure were remarkably similar to what Lisa Simpson displayed in 2007. The creators of the show not only predict the real future, but also the cinematic one. In the 2017 episode titled The Serfs, the Simpsons find themselves in Springfield, an alternative fantasy universe that collapses when a fire-breathing dragon wreaks havoc. And in the penultimate episode of Game of Thrones, Daenerys Targaryen surprises everyone by burning King's Landing during her showdown with Queen Cersei. In the 2000 episode, Bart to the Future, Bart travels to the future where he learns that his sister Lisa has become president, and her predecessor was Donald Trump. In 2016, 16 years after the episode aired, Donald Trump was elected the 45th President of the United States. Moving on to the premiere of the 22nd season, Milhouse and Lisa compete for the Nobel Prize. For the Nobel Prize in Economics, Milhouse, losing to Martin, chooses Bengt Holmström. In reality, in 2016, Bengt Holmström from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Oliver Hart from Harvard were jointly awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics. If you're playing the stock market, you might want to pay attention to the animated series too. In the 1998 episode When You Dish Upon a Star, Homer becomes the personal assistant to Allie Baldwin and Kim Basinger when they move to Springfield. Eventually, he hands a script to Ron Howard, and by the end of the episode, Howard passes the same script to 20th Century Fox. The sign outside the studio reads, "A division of Walt Disney & Co." And Disney acquired 21st Century Fox in December 2017 for a whopping $52.4 billion. How can one not believe? Let's see what awaits us in 2024 according to The Simpsons. In February 2024, The Simpsons scored another victory in predictions with the release of the new revolutionary product, Apple Vision Pro. This new virtual reality headset allows viewers to enjoy a range of hyper-realistic experiences from virtual reality. But is this really the first time the world has encountered such a product? Perhaps not. Back in 2016, The Simpsons aired an episode titled Friends and Family. In the unfolding scenes of predictions, Mr. Burns hired Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie to play his family in virtual reality as a trial run for a new headset, remarkably similar to Vision Pro. Once the product became available to the wider animated audience, chaos ensued in Springfield. People started falling into sewer drains and bumping into lampposts. This is something we can already observe in real life from gadget users. How could The Simpsons predict the invention of such a product 6 years before it was announced? Was it black magic or just luck? Of course, it could all be just a coincidence, but The Simpsons have done it so many times that it's quite difficult to dispute at this point. The predictions of The Simpsons are not limited to technical gadgets and inventions. As we recall, sometimes they even make political forecasts. On November 8, 2022, former US President Donald Trump announced his intentions to run for president again in 2024. It was indeed an expected announcement, preceded by months of rumors and speculations. While everyone focused on the pros and cons of Trump's presidency, the creators of The Simpsons were quick to point out that the show predicted this move back in 2015. And here's where it gets interesting. In an episode titled Bart to the Future, we see Homer Simpson seemingly falling from the sky. In the background, you can make out a campaign poster with the words Trump 2024 engraved on it. How did the writers and producers know that Trump would run for president? Is it just another fortunate coincidence, or are the show creators dabbling in dark magic to glimpse into the future? That remains to be seen. However, the most insane part of this whole story is that the episode was released before Trump even became president the first time. This adds another layer of mystery to an incredibly and already tangled situation. And this wasn't the first time The Simpsons made a prediction about the former president. In an even earlier 2000 episode, the show predicted that Donald Trump would one day occupy the highest office in the most powerful country in the world. It seemed like a bizarre statement at the time, but in January 2017, the controversial businessman was sworn in as the President of the United States. Coincidence? I'll leave that for you to decide. Studying the darkest predictions of The Simpsons for 2024, let's look back to November 1987. When the series was just starting its second season. The Simpsons released the 16th short film of the series. It was called World War III. To this day, it remains one of the scariest episodes ever released. Though disguised as satire, the episode tells the story of Homer Simpson as he tries to prepare his family for the Third World War. Homer desperately wakes everyone in the house with the alarm that the Third World War has begun and bombs are falling. In the present day, our world is in serious trouble. According to Wikipedia, there are 5 major wars going on worldwide. These include the internal conflict in Myanmar, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, the war between Russia and Ukraine, and the war in Sudan. Additionally, there are minor conflicts happening in some parts of the world that cannot be ignored. The conflict in Colombia, which claimed more than 2,000 lives last year. The civil war in Somalia with over 9,000 casualties. Conflicts in Nigeria resulting in over 3,000 deaths in the past year, the drug war in Mexico, which led to the deaths of over 7,000 people in 2023. Given these staggering numbers, many experts continue to argue that the world is already in a state of war. As tensions between the United States and other world powers like Russia, China, and North Korea continue to escalate, we might just find ourselves in the corridors of the Third World War. Apple Vision Pro, Trump's presidential ambitions, and the Third World War all seem like pretty intriguing predictions. But the next case blows them out of the water. In March 2016, the 16th episode of the 27th season of The Simpsons aired. It was called The Margian Chronicles, and contained one of the most interesting predictions ever made by the show. In this episode, Homer Simpson and his family are selected to participate in a special program that will send them on a space voyage to the planet Mars. In the plot, all the men turn out to be completely useless for the project, but Lisa and Marge, on the other hand, turn out to be highly qualified specialists and pass the final selection. Unfortunately, when it came time for the launch, the engines failed to ignite, and it was later turned out that the entire project was a hoax from the beginning. However, the twist in the cartoon story was that Marge and Lisa eventually made it to Mars. Ultimately, this was supposed to happen in 2051. What relevance does this have to real life? Here comes Elon Musk into play. It's no news that the CEO of SpaceX is developing a mission to colonize Mars and turn the red planet into our second home. But what most people don't know is that in 2020, Musk unveiled his plans to launch the first crewed mission to Mars. Musk stated that he's very confident that SpaceX will send people to the red planet in 2026, but if luck is on their side, it could even happen in 2024. Unfortunately, SpaceX didn't really luck out. Last year, Musk announced that Martian pioneers will have to wait a little longer to visit the red planet. It may take another 3 to 4 years before the dream becomes a reality. He also mentioned that with the development of his new Starship rocket, life on Mars could become a reality. Imagine being able to book an interplanetary flight to places that are many light years away from Earth. This could be the single most monumental achievement in the history of humanity. Who knows? Maybe by 2051, there will be more cities on Mars than anyone can count. At least by that time, The Simpsons can say, "We told you so." From fantasy and horror, let's move to a cute theme. Baby Babel is one of the most charming things in the world. There are predictions even in this. Unfortunately, no one understands what these little darlings are saying. What if people could really decipher a baby's babble? The Simpsons foresaw this many years ago and predicted this invention. In the final episode of the third season of the series, titled Brother, Can You Spare 2 Dimes? Homer's half-brother Herb invents a gadget that can translate a baby's sounds. At the beginning of the episode, Herb, who lost his fortune in the previous episode, asks Homer to lend him $2,000 to develop a new product that could translate baby talk into real words. The idea turned out to be quite successful. Herb made a ton of money, but was this just another crazy idea or a prediction of events to come? As it turns out, this could indeed become a reality in 2024. As crazy as it may seem, a company known as Sounddream is currently working on making Baby Babel understanding technology available to everyone. According to their website, they claim to have a non-invasive monitoring system that will help parents and pediatricians determine the needs of infants and toddlers. Fortunately, there are dozens of programs available online that claim to interpret Baby Babel in cries, but ultimately, most of them turn out to be fake. Sounddream claims to use artificial intelligence in their analysis of infant speech. With their innovative system, which provides sound-based solutions, the translation of Baby Babel is made more accurate compared to other competing technologies. As our understanding of artificial intelligence continues to expand, The Simpsons' prediction may be closer to reality than we think. If all goes according to plan, by the end of 2024, we could have a real working baby translator in our hands. The next prediction takes forecasting to a whole new level. In the 9th episode of the 34th season of the show, the character Bart is depicted as a musician who receives a hologram invitation from the mailman inviting him and his band to a party. While the rest of the episode was satirical, the part about hologram technology caught the attention of many people. Holograms have been around for quite some time, but will they become more common than before? A company called HoloConnects seems to be working on something similar. Their product, the HoloBox, is designed as a phone booth that will display a full-size holographic image of the person you're talking to. This technology is so advanced that conversations will seem natural even if the person is 1,000 miles away from you. Essentially, all you need is electricity and an internet connection. Could this HoloBox and other hologram technologies become commonplace in 2024? We'll have to wait and see. So, incredible predictions, mysterious references, and prophetic hints. It's all hidden in the world of The Simpsons. It's not just a cartoon series, it's a source of wisdom and foresight. Looking at the world of The Simpsons, you can notice what is coming true in reality today. Perhaps these are not just absurd jokes, but true prophetic visions of the future hidden within this cult show. If you're interested in the predictions of this series, subscribe to the channel. I guarantee you a continuation of the investigation. For everyone who wants to be involved in these and other investigations, you have the opportunity to join our team. If you have skills in video editing, can voice videos in Russian, English, and other languages, or write interesting scripts, we'll be happy to work with you. Write to our Telegram bot, link in the description.